What is up, guys? It is your boy Ray Savit, back from, hanging out, back here with another live stream. He's on the files, and today we're gonna be playing some Farming Simulator. By the way, we have a new channel meme. He's on the files because he is, and he not shaming it. I'm just saying, lol. I believe we got some bailing to do. We are deep in debt, but we have a planter and a seeder, so we're going to clear the fields of straw. And to do that, we're going to go do some baling. I'm probably going to go do some baling. I'm going to go piss off real quick. Okay, so I have a little bit of an announcement with Astroneer. Now, a PlayStation 5 client is coming. Now, if I can't transfer my shit to that, then I'm gonna just quit my save. I'm gonna start a new season. If we can, we're gonna continue. I really don't want to discontinue my season because there's just so much work I have to do. But if I have to, I honestly think I'll just have to deal with it and go on about it because what do you call it? Nice. Because, I wouldn't mind too much to a certain degree, because I could probably build it faster. Great news, chat. My generator, I bought some LED lights. They're sitting behind me. We did a little bit of windrowing because we rented some stuff here, but whatever. Now get the big bales. Huh? Now is the time I mentioned about the con of the next ad. It creates two streams, which means we're going to spend double the time bailing. However, I might get, with a certain way you can actually use AI to actually help windrow. I might do that. I don't know. I tried, dude, it'd be really cool if that one machine right there, it'd be really, like that one windrower that you could push, if only it pushed all that stuff in the center. Dude, that'd be awesome. Because if it did move into the center, then I would be able to pick it up in one go. But no, it moves to the left, right, or outside. Okay, so we got Bale Fields number 70. Also, we have to also do 77. I think I say I already. Yeah, I have to take out my soybeans last. Hello, viewer. Man, what is going on with this Epstein shit? Is our president really like as bad? I mean, I'm not gonna be surprised. Again, please stick with me here. What if I came out to my stream right now? Like, well, not like came out, because what if I sat down here? You watch my stream. I said, hey, I'm gonna date an 8-year-old girl in 10 years. You know what you guys would do? You'd call me a pedophile. You'd call me a creep. Do you know why? Because that shit's creepy. However, and by the way, you would not support me. Rightfully so. However, here's what I don't get. The guy who leads the free world, the quote-unquote free world, I should say. Why does he say that and get away with it? If you're a creep or a pedo, you're gonna get in jail. Unless you are rich. Unless you are like top 1%. You're going to jail. They say keep criminals out of the country. We need to keep criminals out of the freaking capital. That's what I think we need to do. Trust me. Just like Grant. Just like a little bit of Nixon. We're going to look back on this era and say, wow, never again. Not ever. 20 years from now, I guarantee you, people have a complete different outlook on this. And people are going to say, wow, that was bad, and we never need to do that again. Just give it some time. Give me a second. Search something up. Well, that wasn't his daughter, was it? $1992 entertainment. Oh.
I'm gonna be dating her in 10 years.
That's creepy shit. I don't care about, and the problem is you'll show this to your average Trumpy and be like, that's fake. Dude, this is 1992. He is a creep. I do not hate him because he's a Republican. I do not hate him because, I hate him because he's a creep. I hate him because he destroys my hobby. I hate him because he is against my job, and I hate him because he is against my people. Dude, I'm autistic. He just shit on autistic people. I like pennies. He just killed them. I'm gonna go in the wind industry. He passed, in his big bullshit bill, he passed, or did not pass, he removed a lot of tax credits for wind farms, hurting our industry. No, I don't like him. And if you're like, oh my god, bro. Again, the problem with politics in this day of age is you treat them like football teams. If you're conservative, you gotta own the libs. If you're a liberal, you gotta basically, I gotta hate him. I hate him. I gotta go to. Or actually, when you are, I have to admit this, when you're on the left to a certain degree, you're like, oh, get governed. Like, dude, Jesus Christ, if you're on one side, you can't let the other one win. There is no negotiation, no strategizing, no getting together. It's all brute force and bowls and china shops. And this is why we can't get anything done in this country. Look, I get it. We need more parties. If it's one party, it becomes like the USSR, where there's one party that rules everything. But stick with me here. There are going to be different parties, and that's okay. The problem is we don't collaborate with each other. We are always at each other's throats, and this is what dooms us all. United we stand, divided we fall. This is literally what our founding fathers have said. And we don't listen. Honestly, I can't wait to watch this administration burn. For all the shit they've done, I could care less. When I grow up, I'm gonna tell, or when I have kids, I'm gonna tell them, wow, we had an absolute piece of shit around 2024 to 20. Wait, hopefully it won't be that long to get where I'm going, which I'm not gonna elaborate because I'll get demonetized. Not demonetized. I'll get straight up banned. If you catch the drift, you catch the drift. And if to anybody who says, oh wow, you're in the minority, no, you're in the minority. If you support them, you are in the minority. People who disapprove outweigh you. And listen, on 100 days, and I know 100 days is a lot though, his first 100 days, I looked everywhere. I looked on Fox News, and his approval rating was not even above 50. The highest I found was 48 at that time. I genuinely scoured the internet. And it's so cringy when he's like, oh, they're fake polls. Okay, got it. So, if they approve of you, they're real. If they're all in support of you, they're real. If they're not, they're fake. I showed this to my dad. He's like, oh, well, that poll proves nothing. Hey, if anybody's watching this, right? What if I told you, this is not true, but the most favorite cake is like vanilla cake, right? How do you know? I didn't ask you. Here is a thing. A survey, when it measures upon percentage, is a scale. For example, let's say I have 1,000 marbles. I have 1,000 marbles, right? And I want to find out, there's red and blue marbles, okay? Now, I want to find out, I don't want to count those marbles. Counting those marbles would take a shit ton of time. So, what do? I'm going to pick 5 of them out, okay? So, I pick 5 out, on average. I'm not looking, I pick 5 marbles out. And then, I find out that 2 of them are red and 3 of them are blue. So then, I'm doing an assumption, okay, for every 5 marbles I pick, 2 are red and 3 are blue. By the way, the colors don't mean politics. I just give up that color scheme just to, you know, make my point about how surveys work. For example, let's say I got 2 red, 3 blues. Okay, so let's scale that, right? We got 1,000. Divide it by 5, right? I can tell you, if I have a 2 red, 3 blue on average, then I could say, hey, there's 600 blue marbles, there's 400 red marbles, if we're going on average. That is how a survey works. It is a little slice of a population that can be scaled for a theoretical value as a whole. That is basic empirical data. And the fact that some people can't interpret this is an absolute shame. It takes a 20-year-old autistic man in his mom's basement to understand basic imperial data that a 5th grader can understand. This is not rocket science. This is simple data. This is simple mathematics. This is middle school mathematics. And I always see people like, oh my god, there's so many more red counties. Okay, right. Let's say I got 9 squares, right? I got 9 squares, right? Let's say, okay, let me break this down for you, right? So, actually, give me a second. It's so cringy to me. Like, I always see so many people saying, oh my gosh, look at all these red counties. There's more red counties than blue counties. Do you know the reason why, like, Democrats in elections go very close to Republicans? It's because, and I can prove this, right? In Illinois, right, we're a very rural state. In the rural areas of Illinois, it's more conservative. I work at a rural restaurant. We have a lot of conservative patrons. We have people with Trump hats, people with Gulf America, which, by the way, you probably cucked your sister if you wear one of those shirts. Just saying. I don't make the rules. I'm just simply here to pass the same things along to you, as my professor says. Anyway, so a lot of the countryside is conservative, and a lot of suburban areas are Democratic. I'm not wrong. There was a big push back in the 2000s where Democrats went for cities. They went for suburban areas. They're like, okay, if we drop these areas, we go to this, we can get like 2-3 more votes, right? Like, go to a place like Bloomington or Urbana, Illinois. Like, for example, Urbana is a very diverse spot. Urbana is very rich in Asian culture. There is a lot of Asian people in Urbana. And, you know, there's also a lot of, like, there's a lot of queer people in Urbana as well. It is a blue city. A lot of cities here are blue. And a lot of areas, like you know, like, you get, like, El Paso and all these, like, areas, like, a lot of, like, towns under, like, 10,000 people are typically rural Republican towns. That's just how shit is laid out. Now, here's the thing, right? Like, look, like, we got 9 squares, right? And we have one person. This is very, very, very scaled down. We got one person per square, right? One person for 8 squares. Or one person per square for 8 of the squares. And that one square, the other square has 900 people, right? And that one square is blue. So you'd say, okay, I have 8 red squares. Each red square has one person. And I have a blue square, and that blue square has 900, right? There's more, you know, that's a red win. But it's not, because together, the blue squares have, give me a second. The blue square has 900 people combined, and the red squares have 8 people combined. There's more people. I will admit he did win the majority vote, but not in a landslide. It was like a 1.5% difference. It was a calculated difference. I did that. He did win the popular vote, though. I will admit that. But again, it wasn't a landslide. I consider like a landslide, like, you know, you won by like 10% maybe. What is a landslide considered? What is considered? Let's see. What percent difference? Ten percentage points or more is considered a landslide. Damn, I was right in the money. So he won by 1.5%. Not a landslide. That was like, okay, if I pissed in one direction, it would have swayed the wind. Like it was so close that literally down the point, whoever won Pennsylvania was going to win the election. Trump won the Pennsylvania 24, actually, literally like a year ago, almost a year ago today. And he won the entire election. It's a swing state. It's how swing states work. Simple shit. I'm gonna run out of bale twine. Oh my god. I watch a video, it's like, he already posted on his stupid, shitty Truth Social, the Epstein hoax. No. You only said he was going to release the files to get everybody to suck him off to get him to win. He only used it to win. Now that they are like, okay, like that's like saying, okay, like, I'm trying to think of a good example, like, they're like, that's like saying, you know, oh, I'm gonna bring you down with this shit. Okay, you're not gonna do it. Oh shit, I'm out. Like, oh, you're not gonna do it. You're gonna, you're like, oh, I'm not gonna. You're gonna bring us down with the ship. No, you're not. And then you get panicked when the ship starts going down. I know I'm everywhere, but you know what I mean, right? Now that he actually, now it's like, okay, you campaign on this, time to release, time to do it, buddy. And you're like, nope. He's like, no, I don't want to do it. Dude, listen. He's effed. I know it. Because here's the thing, right? If he doesn't release, then that implies he's guilty. But if he does release, then we might find some guilty shit, and we already are. He knows he messed up. He knows he bit off a bit more than he could chew. That's a perfect, saying. He bit off a little bit more than he could chew. And now he's starting to panic. Okay. if it's he's like saying, oh, it's a hoax. Okay, then why would you release? Like, you don't make sense. This guy's dementia. This guy has freaking dementia. I tell you. Dude, he said, quote, don't waste your time with Trump, I have a country to run. That's just like, hey, no, stop. Do not investigate. I'm not a predator. No. Go get those guys. Not me. Do not go for me. Those guys did it. Do not waste your time on me. Get them. That's fishy. That's like a murderer saying, hey, I didn't shoot these guys. Like, go for them. Go. They did it. Do that. No. That's sus. I don't care who you are. That is very suspicious. Oh shit! I disconnected. That's very suspicious. Come on, we know he's on the list. He's on the files. Oh god, I see a thing below that says women for Trump. What are you gonna tell me? Blacks for the KKK? You voted for a guy who said he's gonna grab your you-know-what. And you also voted for a guy who helped overturn Roe v. Wade. What a traitor. And look, again, I say that his entire base is a cult. I've studied cults. I have actually... What the hell? I've studied cults. I've seen, Elon boarding school. I've seen the Ant Hill Kids. I've seen Charles Manson. I've seen, and I've researched cults before. This matches it. A person that is central, that they worship, they do not take criticism and they deny any of it. They have a set sort of ideals. This is how, and again, cults, how they operate, is first, you gotta separate them from the family. I think in the case of MAGA, it's, you separate them mentally from the family. You need to isolate them. And stick with me. First of all, when you get a cult, what is the goal of a cult? A cult has the goal of growing and spreading to more people. As a cult, you want to get more people to know what you are. Like, for example, again, what makes a cult? Like, again, a cult has a central person and a central message and a set of beliefs. And they say, hey, these are beliefs, we believe this. Practice, spread. Now, again, in a cult, when you have people question the beliefs, they're outcasted or they're denied. And the one thing I've noticed is that when you, like, this shit is straight up like the Mind Flayer from Stranger Things. Once he says something, oh shit. All of his base says the same thing and doesn't shut up about it. There's no critical thinking. There's no, coming to Jesus moment. It's just straight up head up their ass. It really is. What I always say, the difference between me and this administration is I have critical thinking. You can't just take everything you hear and then just not research it. That's just willful. That's willful ignorance at that point. What the hell's that weird? Also, when I really look at this administration, I see a facade. Let's be honest. Trump is a guy who basically, you know, like I've looked at psychology. He is an all-show guy. You know, the Gulf of America. By the way, it's Gulf of Mexico. And also, screw Lake Michigan. I'm calling it Lake Canada because I gotta own them. Anyway, like for example, like I mean, yeah, Trump Casino, Trump Steaks, Trump Vodka. He is obsessed with his image. He's like Handsome Jack. He wants his image over everything. He wants his credit over everything, even if he hasn't done anything to deserve said credit. He's all show and no bite. Well, I should say no bite when it comes to things he actually wants to do. Should have got my barley this month. He just doesn't really do that many good things. This really funny. Well, remember, he says it's a hoax, but he points the finger towards everybody he doesn't like. That's just too cheesy. Again, another thing I think I have to laugh at is base for. You are so obsessed. You are so obsessed with trans people. Saying, oh, we gotta keep men out of women's sports. You know what we should also do? We should keep old men like that out of the changing room of girls' restrooms. You voted for a guy to keep men out of women's sports. And then you voted for a guy who bragged about going into changing rooms. That's disgusting. Don't ever tell me. Like, also, there was a bill in Missouri to ban child marriage. And the Republican he voted against it. Saying, oh, do you need any 12-year-olds at risk? You're telling me you care so much about kids, but 46 states still allow child marriage? Please, shove it up your ass. That's disgusting. I don't care. Why is child marriage still legalized? We prosecute people who make moves on kids, but we don't illegalize child marriage? How about, stick with me here, what if we remove child marriage? Do you know how many instances of CA or CSA that would, you know, knock down? It would knock everything one of them down, but, you know, that is a gateway into complete degenerosity and predation. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of child marriage, honestly. That shit's disgusting. Why it's still legal. And in the U.S. of all places. That's just a shame. I swear, MAGA is the group that can get punched in the face. They're the same person that will go up to a guy or let a person punch them over and over in the face. Do you guys, like, have a humiliation fetish? God damn. I've said that I don't talk about politics, but with the bullshit that's going on, I have to. Because I'm standing up. Man, another thing I have to go on. It's not about politics this time. I have to come back to it. This stupid ass guy is in this comment section I saw. He's like, "Oh man, they have to turn the windmills on and off. You guys are in a deep sleep." I had so many people say they're in a deep sleep. Like, hey, bastard! I'm 1 month away from getting a certificate in wind. Don't tell me. Do not tell me. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth when it comes to wind. You don't probably even know how the wind blows. The only thing you know about wind is the wind blowing in this ear and out this one. Do not tell me. I mean, he didn't respond to me, but I will say if he does, do not tell me what's right and wrong when you probably don't even have any certification about this shit. I'm 1 month away from getting my wind turbine certificate. You don't got nothing. You probably say some bullshit like, "You're getting indoctrinated." Wow, I'm going to a school that teaches me that I don't have to be a piece of shit. I'm not being indoctrinated, hon. I'm being educated. Something that that guy couldn't even comprehend. Did he make fun of a guy? Did he make fun of a dude's dead wife? Hold on. Give me a second. Quote, Rip Thomas Massey, sometimes referred to as Rand Paul Jr., because of the fact he's always voted against the Republican Party. He got married already. Boy, that was quick. No wonder the polls have him less than 8% chance of winning the election. And then we have a great life, Thomas, and his wife will soon find out what she stuck with a loser. They said Massey's first wife passed away June 2024, having been married for over 30 years, having 4 children together. He married Caroline Moffa, a former staffer for St. Paul, on October 19, 2025. Damn, what a piece of shit. I mean, he's a toxic asshole. I feel like people keep forgetting that our president is essentially one of those douchebag, like, reality TV people. Like, he's like one of the Kardashians, or one of the other, or like royal, or maybe to a certain degree the royal family. Maybe some reality TV show person that will slip away in the pages of history and will never remember. So, I can't. How do people even like watch reality TV? Like, I don't know. It's just not me. You know what? I really want to get one of those red MAGA hats, but I want, instead of saying MAGA, I want it to say he's in the files, or made you look, he's in the files. I have a new name for him. I call him. I call him Deep Throat Don. Not shaming it. I'm just saying it's funny. Yeah, we're after we get these bales. There's more than 24, so we're gonna have to make another trip back. I'll probably do another planting. The good news about the planting is that we don't have to go through a cultivator, go back, a planter, go do this, go back. We have the next set. That's bad voice crack. We have the next set now. Hello, viewers. Damn it. Yeah, we did get. We had 29 and a half bales without the net set, and we had 27 right now. Yeah, we got less straw, but honestly, we still have a copious. Like 27 bales is a lot. these bastards up and get them over here. We're gonna have to make 2 trips anyway, so I might as well use this one. Professional farming. Let's go. Yes. 05. I forgot I actually had a bunch of wrapping in there. Yay, I get to use this thing again. Check this out. Boat race! You gotta cultivate first! Nope, not anymore. We have this bad boy. It cultivates and then plants. Allow me to demonstrate. It also plants. And look at that! It makes seeds. Where it plants it automatically. No previous cultivation required because it's cultivating it as I plant. And this is bigger than the other cedar too that we used to have. So cool. This thing is such a cool invention. what true high-tech farming looks like. Putting that line between where my tires make that V point in their treads. like how I can operate this in like first person and do perfectly fine. Yeah, a couple dots, but I don't really care. That's inconsequential. Yeah, get the large valve seeds. Inspire. I, Inspire. I'm gonna go for Inspire because Inspire's got the higher seeds. We use a lot more seeds. Clink. Imagine if you were in town seeing this big ass thing go through. Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't just do the inspired partitioning, because, you know, you're gonna need a lot more seats and fertilizer for this thing. So happy I get to own the next set. I think it takes forever to get anywhere. I think it's not a transport vehicle. Back that ass up. Damn. Right turn sweeps feel heavy because the cap on the left side. Missed a fart right there. Nah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna stop now because I'm gonna be here like soon. I have to get up at 7. I should not be up now. I have to get to work. Peace out, people. I'll play this game tomorrow. Don't know how long, but I'll try.